Today, I'm going to be talking to you about everything that we saw in Season 2, Episode 3 of Jujutsu Kaisen. First and foremost, all I have to say is what an absolutely amazing episode. The storytelling and the animation in this episode was absolutely phenomenal. So the first thing that I have to do in this video is give a hats off to the MAPPA animation team. They have been absolutely killing it this season, and I think they really get to flex their muscles quite a bit with the Toji versus Gojo fight that we saw in this episode. I think that while the non-action scenes could be animated better for sure, I definitely see why people are kind of not the most thrilled with that. The action sequences, you know, the thing that we watched Jujutsu Kaisen for, have been absolutely phenomenal. Getting to see Gojo and Toji go at it like that was amazing. You know, after reading the manga, I was like, oh my god, I absolutely cannot wait for this to get animated, and I think the animators did it some amazing justice. Along with that, I have to give my hats off to the storytelling team. They did such a good job with the added scenes, with showing that Rico is not just a vessel for Tengen, but really a human, a person, someone that is living in this world. They made the world feel so like lived in. It felt like amazing to watch this episode. Getting to see Gojo and her interact and stuff like that, and Geto as well, was absolutely amazing. Along with that, getting to see young Yu Haibara and young Kento Nanami was really cool. I think that they did a really good job of showing them, showing that Yu is definitely more the positive of the two. Showing Nanami and his little emo phase was certainly entertaining to watch. And I just, you know, I think everything about this episode was absolutely phenomenal. Like, out of 10, I gotta go ahead and give this episode a 9. It was so good. Only reason I'm giving it a 9 is because there are going to be a 10 out of 10 episodes later this season. I absolutely have no doubt in my mind after watching this episode. I was like, oh my god, you know, the Shibuya incident arc, even the fight next week with Toji and Gojo, is going to be absolutely amazing. Yes, for those of you that don't know, Gojo is not in fact dead, though Geto believes he is, and you could tell it by his face. I think the animators did such a good job of showing Geto's visceral reaction to, you know, he offers Rico a chance to go and live and not have to be a vessel, and then Toji just whacks her anyway, and he's like, yeah, you can go now. Like, that was just such a Toji thing to do, not caring about anybody else. That's kind of his whole shtick, honestly. I mean, he gave up Megumi back to the clan, you know, his wife died, and so he really doesn't have all that much to live for, and it just kind of shows that he just is who he is, and he's a cold-blooded killer. But again, coming back to Geto, I think this is really a very important part for people to pay attention to when we do look at his descent into madness. This is, you know, one of the main catalysts, Rico's death, and, you know, Toji's, I guess you could say, lack of care about it, in essence, is certainly a catalyst and a propellant for him to go into that dark side. Along with that, I believe next episode, or probably the episode after that, episode 5, we're going to end up seeing Yu Haibara getting killed. Kento is all torn up about it. That's the reason he wasn't a Jujutsu sorcerer anymore. And then along with that, you know, Geto obviously takes it exceptionally hard, and he vows to rid the world of anybody who does not have curse energy or is not a curse user. You know, I just think that they have done such an amazing job so far with everything in this season, and again, just hats off to everyone who's been involved with it. It's been amazing to finally watch this stuff get animated. Again, as I previously mentioned, the fights that are coming later in the season, Yuji versus Choso, Sukuna versus pretty much everyone, you know, there's so many amazing fights that are going to happen this season, and I'm so unbelievably excited for all of them, as you guys should be too, especially after seeing the animation. I think they did a really good job with animating Toji, and again, not only the voice acting, you know, his voice actor absolutely killed it with this episode, but along with that, the animation showing that his heavenly restriction really just does a good job of maximizing his movements. Along with that, showing that Gojo was the only one who ever saw that he was behind him. I think that's something that was like really cool that they added in, and, you know, Toji immediately kind of takes issue with that, and so we know that Toji hasn't liked him since he's been a little kid, essentially, which I think is kind of funny. But, you know, everything that they did this episode was so good. I mean, even the little like slice of life, Gojo and Rico just playing on the beach being silly, you know, they're kids at this point, essentially. They're not, you know, they're not adults yet. They're not used to having any responsibilities, though they're going into an exceptionally serious situation. There's some serious things that have happened with Rico's bodyguard getting kidnapped, Gojo and Geto having to fight people at the school and stuff like that. They're still trying to have fun because they know that Rico's last moments are kind of coming upon them, and though they don't happen in the same way, I'm very happy that they were able to kind of give her, you know, a slice of what real life would be like without knowing that you're gonna die, you know, at some point. You're gonna be merged with Tengen and stuff like that. So my predictions for next episode, we're obviously gonna see Geto versus Toji. That's gonna be part of it. And then I think we're gonna see at least a decent portion of the Gojo versus Toji fight round 2. I don't know if we'll see Hollow Purple this coming episode. They might choose to leave that off on a cliffhanger, you know, because Hollow Purple's like one of Gojo's most OP moves, and they would be kind of smart to go ahead and save that. But I'm so excited for that to get animated. You know, his I am the honored one, you know, among the heavens and the earth. That whole moment is going to be so cool to see. I'm so excited for it, and I hope you guys are too. That's all I got for you guys today. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, please drop a like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you guys thought of the episode down below. I love you all. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.